Hey there, guys. This is the Anime Watch. My name is Hector. Today I'm going to do a review on a show called Watamote, which translates to no matter what you guys say. Going to. What's up, guys? My name is Hector. This is the Anime Watch. Today I'm going to do a review on Watamote, which translates to no matter how you look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular. Now, recently, a lot of anime that's been produced and sent out has been really focused on the high school life. But it differs greatly from our high school life, or at least my high school life, whereas it sucked and I was depressed and sad almost all the time because it's high school. Uh, but in anime, high school seems almost kind of magical, kind of make believe. Obviously, maybe because it's anime. There aren't very many shows that really hit the nail on how high school actually is. This might be because I'm from America and I don't go to a Japanese school or a Chinese school or wherever they base it in. So there might be some kind of cultural difference, but I really doubt there's anything that's going to be as close to how they really displayed in anime. However, there are some times when anime actually displays how high school kind of is in a more realistic tense. This show is actually kind of one of them. It's kind of more relatable. Because the show really hits the nail on the stereotype of an introvert. The main character, Tomoko, is a really shy introvert girl who is trying to make her big debut in high school. She wishes to make friends, get a boyfriend, get good grades, be like the complete opposite of what she was in middle school, which was a very shy introvert. But even though she really wishes to change how she is, she lacks the social skills to really interact with others, and she walks around with kind of a negative attitude towards everyone, referring to many of the characters as bitches. Uh, she often makes plans for. She often tries to make a plan on what she's gonna do, and she often tries to make a plan to try and kind of better herself or try to get in the limelight and try to make friends. However, these plans often fail one way or another, and she usually just ends up in a complete and utter worse situation than she was previously in. And so throughout the school, so throughout the uh, so throughout her planning process, it's usually entertain. Her planning process usually involves her daydreaming or trying to think of what life would be if she actually had friends, or trying to think of how or trying to or trying to think of no, okay, no. Daydream. Her plans usually consist of daydreaming of what she would really like, or just some kind of random daydream to get away from how her actual life is. She often has some anxieties which throw like kind of hilarious situations at you, but they're embarrassing for her. Or there are also the complete insanity moments where she just completely loses it after she did something completely embarrassing, and she's just flipping out about it. These are some very funny points. So, from what I gathered from her is that she, well, everyone can gather it. It's plainly put that she isn't she doesn't have enough courage to fully see her plans through. She she doesn't have enough courage to fully see her plans through. She gets partway through a plan, and then somehow, some way, she just flips out, and it just ends in failure. Throughout the show, though, she's sort of treated as an outcast in her class, like she doesn't like really exist, or I thought there'd be some kind of more forced interaction with her classmates, but you don't really see it. She's like, all the characters are mainly like background characters. That is literally how I see them, because they don't do a whole lot. She does, however, have one friend, but her friend doesn't help her really positively. In fact, she does the opposite, because her friend, although going to a different high school, is so much better off with, like, better off than her. She is she's like a bright star at her at her school in Tomokozai. Going back to how she doesn't have any friends really, and she's treated kind of like an outcast, this kind of takes away from the idea of going back to how going back to when going back to how she was treated as an outcast. She doesn't really have a she doesn't have a friend, and this kind of takes the realistic version of this, or the relatable version, and kind of gets rid of it, because all introverts that I know, I'm kind of an introvert, we all have at least one friend that helps us get through high school or anything. We always have that one friend in school. Her friend that goes to a different school, I can't really count that, because she's not in school helping her with her ideas of trying to become popular or in the limelight. The style that they use the style that they use is kind of nice, and it's kind of different. They often use different shapes like hexagons and triangles in the background to show different kinds of scenes. And they also had a wide variety of colors and lights in in most of the scenes to kind of make it pop. It like just gives it a kind of different, unique feel. Another good aspect of this is in parts of it, you another good aspect of this is that they also give you these top-down views where you can see a large majority of the building and you can see different parts of the scene. You don't see this a lot in anime. I haven't really seen one where I have seen this. You also during some of her insanity events or like the special effects or just the normal effects, they get heightened to increase the intensity or increase the mood of the scene. Or sometimes they just do some kind of filter and it just so they can tell a joke. They also use multiple references for no. They also use multiple references to other animes or mangas like to help make jokes or just to make the anime kind of more relatable to you. I mean, like, what's an anime without at least one reference to another anime? That's kind of how they are now. Outside of Tomoko's breakdowns, the design is kind of simple. Like, there's no super beautiful aspect of this show. She also has the most expressions out of all the characters. Like, every character basically is just a background character compared to her, with all the expressions that they decided to give her. The opening song, however, it was really different. It's not a song I normally expect from an anime. However, they did do it really nice with the opening video. The lyrics matched up with the beat, and the opening song was different, really different compared to other animes, because you don't see this type of song in most animes, in really any anime. The video, though, helped support that song kind of perfectly. The lyrics and the video just matched perfectly for it, and overall, I think it worked out pretty well. My overall opinion of this show is that it's good if you want something like this, where it's kind of based on comedic embarrassment moments or just acts of failure, but it doesn't have a real progression. Over all 12 episodes, there's absolutely no progression. In episode 1, we were told she wanted to make a big debut in high school and become popular. Come episode 12, nothing has changed. She is still the shy, unable to interact individual that she was in episode 1. Like, every now and then they'll change up and you'll get like the school trip or a beach thing, but like there's nothing really there. And so if you want to watch this, I'd say it's okay if it's just something to watch and maybe kill some time. But if you're looking for something with more plot and more progression and more anything that any other anime usually has, this is not the show for you. At this time of the video, Watamote is licensed on DVD and Blu-ray by Sentai Filmworks. But if you don't want to spend that money, you can go and legally stream it on Crunchyroll or Hulu. Hulu mainly if you're in America, because it's not available in Canada apparently. Other than that, thank you guys for watching the Anime Watch, and have a nice day. Later.